Francie.
Where's Francie going?
Where's Francie going?
But where's Francie going? Tell the microphone.
To the kindergarten.
Don't shout into the microphone, you hurt his ears. So Francie, are you excited to go to the kindergarten? No? You're shaking your head, you said no. Why don't you like the kindergarten?
Because it's stupid.
It is stupid.
Yes.
And why is it stupid?
Because I don't like it.
You don't like it. Francie,
You see this, Papa?
oh, he nearly fell.
But my boots help me.
Yeah,
to stop.
your boots help you to not fall over.
And my boots can stop.
Okay?
The boots cannot go like this, like mine.
No, my boots can't be as strong as yours, no?
Yes.
Are your boots made for walking?
Yes.
And that's just what they're gonna do.
Yes. We're gonna take a movie and a telephone
Yeah?
and a microphone.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen and listen. And then we get this going in front of them.
These boots are made for walking. And that's what they're gonna do.
Then
One of these days they're gonna walk right over you, Francie. Or they're gonna walk over me.
what are those fingers doing?
What fingers?
Those.
Your fingers.
Yes.
They're wiggling.
No, why?
They're making music.
No, they're not making music. They're just they're going in the kindergarten too.
Yes. Or do you want to leave your fingers with me?
What is this one doing?
There's
Look.
lots of snow.
What is this one
Oh
doing?
no, that finger is now swinging in the air.
No, that's why I want to.
Yeah. Oh, what?
What's television again?
Is that finger gonna watch television?
Oh,
These boots are made for walking.
yes.
My name is Vander Puchert and this is Finding Frequency. What a great way to start the morning. So this morning, Francie and I took a walk to the kindergarten. I took him there. I feel very chuffed myself, but also what a great little stroll. We had conversation all the way to the kindergarten, and at the end of the whole maneuver, he turned to me as he was about to walk into his class with the teacher waiting for him there, saying, "Don't forget to come fetch me, right?" And that warms the heart. It means that he likes hanging out, you know. And yeah, what a excellent little chat on the way. Our roads here in the back roads, because we have a main road crossing in front of our building, which is nice and kind of relatively clean. Cars can move back and forth there. But when you go into our neighborhood, more to the central areas, it's a snow mess. It's still not melted. Cars are slipping and sliding all over the place. It's funny to see. It's also a little bit dangerous because you don't want to cross the road and the pedestrian crossings all covered up, and you're also not sure if Bob, or so shall I say, Stashek, who's behind the steering wheel of his car, will be able to stop in time. So rather avoid those. Luckily, there's not a lot of traffic more to the inside of our, or to the central area of our neighborhood. And yeah, so started off the morning with a nice stroll, and then off to the shop to go fetch my wife a nice chocolate croissant. It's a great way to start the day, with a cup of coffee and a croissant if you have time for that. And then getting stuck into some work here, just chipping away like always. Got to meet a friend of mine who I haven't spoken to, and we just had a conversation about it probably in more than a year. I interviewed him for my old podcast probably nearly 2 years ago. He's a business owner, entrepreneur in Belarus, and he's currently in Russia. We were joking because he says that no matter where he goes, there's always protests because Belarus is going through their own little bit of a political upheaval there. He didn't try and escape Belarus, but because of business, he went over to the Russian side of the border, and then got stuck due to the pandemic, closures and things like that. And then the whole Navalny thing started happening. And he said he can't cross over to Poland either because there's already protest happening. So he seems like he's a bit stuck. So, but it ended up being a good conversation where we were sharing ideas. I lined him up for a conversation on my live stream. And also, I forgot to mention that I actually met with two awesome ladies from Canada yesterday. We kind of became friends because of an event that I was working on that is kind of now on ice due to our pandemic. But I managed to strike up a friendship, not a conversation, but a friendship. And they've been sharing content with me and some of the tools that they create. They create these design tools. And they're also kind of chipping away. But I feel so humbled when I speak to these people where I find that they have this real keen vocabulary to express what it is that they do. And I think one of the weaknesses I have is that I don't really have the vocab that some people have to kind of make whatever I do sound interesting. I always talk it down or simplify things. Not that I'm embarrassed by what I do, but I kind of maybe, I don't know, my ability to articulate myself is not always up to scratch, I think. But then that's who I am. That's just the way I roll. So I've kind of taken on this take it or leave it attitude. And that in itself is also interesting because in my previous live stream, because I know Mr. Livestream, you know, but I had my friend Jeff Parks on there, and you know he's always a very intelligent, thoughtful person to talk to, articulate as well, well-spoken. But we are kind of in the same space. I think it's because we've done a lot of things, and not that we think we've achieved tons and we are legends, but we have done things and we have kind of grown in our respective industries and wherever we are, and we've been blessed by a lot of things and opportunities, and we want to give back. But then also we're kind of tired of certain things, because if you work in the space that I work, you kind of run into the same arguments over and over and over again. It's like hearing the same old joke, and then you know sometimes you start getting tired of that joke, and you have to step back and then reframe things. And it's also thanks to my friend Terry, who spoke about reframing in her video a couple of days ago, that sometimes you need to look at some of the challenges in your life, and you might see it as a negative thing, but you can turn it around by reframing things. So there's a lot been written about reframing. It's also a design approach, in fact, because if you look at a challenge and you might term it a problem, you reframe it into an opportunity. So whatever that solution is that you create could then be part of that reframing. Am I making sense? Yeah, so what I'm trying to say with this long story is that there is a bit of reframing required. And I'm starting to think that perhaps part of my reframing is going to have to require maybe getting some career therapy, just a little bit of career therapy. Because I do feel a little bit tired, and maybe also disappointed that I walked away from this lucrative Deloitte career at some stage, and then also not disappointed. And then, I don't know, like, I really don't know. So, I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm having too much fun. I'm appreciative of the clients I have, but I think maybe I need to speak to someone who's completely objective and see if I can get some help to do the reframing or at least kick my ass in that direction. But it's something that kind of is floating in my mind. Not that I am in a crisis at all. I still think that I'm super lucky. And but it made me think. Reframing, conversations with Francie, all good stuff, and a great way to spend the day. So, have I told you anything cool? I don't know. Poland, lots of snow still. Winter is still here. It's not buggering off yet. I want to go longboard, for Pete's sakes. But I'll tell you this though, as a secret, I ordered 2 small little finger skateboards. I don't know if you've ever seen it in your life. It's like a thing apparently, like a huge deal. There's a whole subculture of this going on, but it's kind of a little skateboard and you maneuver it with your fingers. I bought 2. Yes, I broke my rule. But does it count for toys? I bought 2 because I want to play with Frans. He comes home all the time and there is sometimes the need for television and for Minecraft. There's always space for Minecraft, but I want to do something with him. And we played some Toy Story yesterday and we were playing with the action figures. That was fun, a bit more different, a bit more use of imagination. And then when he comes back, I'm hoping that we can sit together. I mean, that's the dream, that we're going to sit together and assemble our little skateboards and then start playing. Just jamming, skateboarding in the house on our fingers. It's bound to be a disaster. So I'll report back on that tomorrow because Francie and I will probably take another stroll and we'll talk about our skateboards and I'll loop you into the conversation. So I hope you're having a good time. If not, make it a good time. And if not, let me rather take the words from my friends and say, reframe it, figure it out. Cool. Let me go figure out stuff for myself here on this side and thank you for listening.